Okay.
Let's.
Yep, there it goes. Live.
Yay! Woohoo!
Cool.
So it should be showing our in-game. All right, this because I'm showing it's playing an old video. I don't want it to play an old video. I want to go to live.
I see us. And my thing lit up when I talked before. Oh,
Yep,
there it's
there it
talking
goes.
now. Yeah.
Yep, there we go. All
Cool, cool,
right,
cool.
let's just see. All right, can anybody hear me? How
I
about
hear you.
you guys? I know my players can hear me. Can you guys in the chat hear us now? What about our players? Can you hear the players as well? I don't know what the heck happened, but I had to restart OBS for some reason.
Mm-hmm. Left speaker only again, according to Jacob.
Yeah, that's Corvus's issue. As long as everybody else can hear me, I think we'll be okay. As long as you can hear me, though, at least one speaker should be fine.
Yeah. Just be like you're sitting to the left of us. Think of it that way. Or the right of us, since you're in the left ear. Whichever.
All
I
right.
hear Kaylee just fine though.
Yeah. So I can't answer that. It could be my headphones crapping out on me, but I don't know. As long as you can hear me. All right. So let's try to get this underway here a little bit. All right. It's like I don't want to waste any more time with trying to figure this stuff out. So last episode, as you guys recall, let me move this map over a little bit for you guys so you can see it a little bit better. See that any better? The stream thing. Okay. So the last episode, you guys recall, we were going through and searching to try to get a little bit of information about what was going on with all the murders in town. And so one of the things that you guys found was that um, Oswald, and he had hired you guys to investigate or help him kind of figure out what had happened with the death of a well-known individual in this town. And so during the search, if you will, you guys discovered that this individual had been a rather well-known uh, knight commander during the war. And so,
Mm-hmm.
as you guys were searching for clues to his death, other bodies started dropping around. So, the latest one that had died was the locksmith Xylith. You did an investigation of her house and found out that she had been building locks for the Church of Virgidane. And so, the ensuing discussions with the Church of Virgidane, um, which is a dwarven god dedicated to like money and mercantilism, et cetera, et cetera. They have a big festival every moon or every full moon, just because that's sort of their shtick, right? They have this sort of big festival. They collect money from the community, and then supposedly they invest that money to try to make money for the community, right? That's what the church endeavors to do, and so it's sort of a big thing here in town.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's getting involved with building up the festival, and while you guys were discussing with uh, um, the priest of Virgidane, a couple of things that you guys noted. Number one, he's a dwarf. Obviously, he's rather tall for the typical dwarf. But the big thing you guys noted is that he has false teeth. He has no teeth of his own, and when you guys sort of looked at it, he described that he had gotten these teeth as like from cows and had them made, right? So his teeth look huge for his mouth. Additionally, you saw that he had a huge wicked scar running along his jawline. So that's obviously whatever had attacked him had caused him to lose his teeth. Um, so you kind of did discussions with them, found out what the church was all about, killing a little bit of time really because what you're waiting for, Johann Thames, who is the knight commander, has a tree near his house that you guys found that has an owl carved into it. And so while, or I should say, the notes in the letters that you guys found indicated that at the night of the full moon, somebody is to deliver a blade of some kind from his old society, whatever that group was, is supposed to deliver it because apparently it has properties that would help you take on whatever menace is actually infecting this town. So that's kind of where you guys were, and you went to bed that night. And once again, Sog, who owns the gorgeous dwarf, has woken you up in the middle of the night and told you guys that another body has been found. And
Mm-hmm.
the one thing that you really um, didn't want to see is the individual body that you found in this abandoned, well, not really abandoned, but it's an old barn at the edge of town, is Oswald himself. And so, as you
Rude.
guys came to investigate, first of all, it's extremely cold outside. The weather has been kind of up and down. So we're talking in close to zero range as far as temperatures as you guys are traipsing through the hard packed snow of town, and you have found
Mm-hmm.
yourselves at this barn and the body of Oswald, your benefactor, who's supposed to be the guy paying you, is now dead on the ground in the far end of the barn. So you guys sort of find yourselves there um, at the opening of the barn, which is off to the left hand side, right over here. Off to the left hand side, you guys find yourself there, looking into the barn, seeing the dead, slashed up body of Oswald within. And so that's kind
Mm-hmm.
of where we left off last game. I apologize for the rocky start for everybody. I seriously do. I don't know what happened to my audio, but I couldn't hear anything, and apparently nothing was getting sent out. So hopefully we got that rectified and everybody can hear, and we can actually game like we're expecting to. Um, one thing I want to note for those that are in chat, we do actually have a. It's not a giveaway, but we actually have once again our random encounter raffle. So just if you exclamation point random, get yourself entered to be that person who chooses the random encounter the party is going to have to face today. Sometime over our intermission, I'll get with you and we'll discuss what you want to see them throw down with, and hopefully we'll have another interesting encounter. Last week it was giant rats because the were rats I felt that the person wanted, which would have been thematic. I think it would have been a little tough for a first level party to fight a bunch of were rats, but so we went with giant diseased rats instead. So with that, let's sort of take it off where we left off last week. So you guys are now standing right near the Christchurch Market. There's this old abandoned barn at the edge of town, old rundown. Still looks like some things are in there, like the hay looks relatively kept or whatever. So although it's not in current use, it looks like it has seen recent use. Perhaps during the market times they bring animals in there to kind of store them before sale, etc., whatever, right? But currently there's
Mm-hmm.
nothing in there except a bunch of hay. There is an upstairs loft. About halfway up, there's a ladder leading up to the loft up above. But the
Mm-hmm.
striking thing is, you guys see, is the body of your former employer laying at the far end.
What was that, Jacob?
Lovely.
I wasn't the man who was supposed to pay us. I'm still very upset about that. I mean, socially he was a nightmare, but he was going to pay me. So, guess we should get to investigating.
Right.
I mean, we're in it now.
The designated investigator will make the rolls.
Please do.
So who's all doing what? Everybody going in? We're just going to go in and investigate. Anybody going upstairs? Anybody going to be? Who's checking the body? Who's checking around the insides? I mean, I just kind of want to get a feel for who's doing what.
Because
I'll
let Nyla
probably
check the body.
Yeah.
Will help.
You know what? No. Whoever has the highest medicine, check the body. I'm gonna go look inside the house.
Sure. I have a +3 to
really
medicine.
A house. It's a barn.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
and we are in it. So do you want to check the loft?
I'll just check around the barn overall.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So go ahead and give me your investigation checks. So Nilo, so you're just checking around the inside, right?
Inside first. I'll go outside afterward.
Okay. So you go in and you slowly make your way around. You see that there are more than just Oswald's prints around here, from what you can tell, at least recently, right? So this place has been used recently, probably for animals, like I said, because you see animal prints, basically hoof prints and stuff, sort of packing the dirt within the inside. But also you can see that based on his body, there's blood splattered everywhere, so it looks like something seriously slashed him. And so you can see that the hay around the area has been sort of ruffled up and kicked about as if there may have been a struggle, or something just went crazy in the hay, if you will. So that's kind of basically what you see there.
Lovely.
And who's checking the body?
I shall. Would that be a medicine check since I'm looking at
Yeah, medicine
dying?
check would probably be the best. So
Cool beans. Let's see if that works today.
So just like the other bodies that you guys have found, Oswald looks to have been slashed from stem to stern, if so to speak. However, these claw marks look to be smaller, or these slash marks, if they're claw marks, look to be smaller than the ones on the previous bodies. So while it's similar in that they have the trace 3 slash marks going down the back, it appears to be that these slashes are a little smaller than the slashes you guys have dealt with before.
That's interesting. So it might not be the exact same creature or thing, just smaller. Fun.
So
I'll write that down.
As you guys are discussing and trying to figure out, suddenly you hear this loud clunk clunk and the sound of a chain. And as you whip around, you see that the front doors, or the barn doors that you guys have come in, have been closed. The next thing you can see is suddenly a flickering orange at the door rapidly starts to spread up the wall and around the sides of the building.
Cool. It was Sog in here with us. Was that her name?
Who? No, Sog did not come with you. No, Sog actually just told you guys where it was, and she stayed back at the gorgeous dwarf.
You said a flickering orange.
A flickering
orange.
orange.
Yeah, it's the place is gonna burn.
Not a fire.
Is there?
No, it is a flickering orange, and as you realize that there is a flame starting to flicker up around the building as smoke begins to pour from the old ancient wood that is dried, even though it's snowed and it's sort of damp from the snow. The building itself is relatively old and crickly and dry, and with all of the hay inside, you watch as the doors themselves begin to erupt into flame, and it rapidly begins to spread. I need you guys to tell me what you're going to do.
Are there any open windows?
No. There are no windows. There are no windows on this floor. Upstairs, you're not sure. Typically, most barns have like a hay loft or whatever, and a lot of times they'll have these pulley systems where they can put hay bales up there, and they actually have an outside way that you can sort of send them out, like an upstairs door or something like that. But down here, there are no windows. The only entrance that you saw was a door that just got closed. The flames are starting to flicker along the floor now as the interior of the hay begins to erupt into flame as well.
I went upstairs earlier when I was doing my investigation.
You hadn't made it up there yet.
I never had the chance to. Okay.
You just went around. You were just going around the floor while Hyacinth was inspecting the body, and the others came in with you. And so.
Let's hear it. Love to see it.
What about you, Corvus? Anything?
I'm going upstairs.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So as you guys go upstairs, the flames begin to sort of flicker along the floor, chasing you guys. I need you guys to give me athletics. Make them Yeah, give me athletics checks to see if you can make it up to the stairs before the flames get to the. Ooh, I like it. I like it. Even better.
7.
Even better.
Ah,
Roll a
yes.
good
Check
7.
I'm good at.
Yes, exactly. All
I'm
right.
okay at that check too.
So-
It's just
So as you guys
Rolling
rush over to the ladder, who has the highest dexterity? Naila, what's your dexterity?
I got a 12. It'll be
12?
I don't
Corvus,
do.
what's your
I-
dexterity?
14.
14. So Corvus gets there first, obviously, as he's not quite as weighted down as you are, Nilo, as he jumps in the ladder, as he struggles to get past you, as you at the same time go to grab the ladder, pushing him up into the hayloft. In the meantime, you've knocked down Hyacinth onto the floor as you scramble to climb up the ladder. Hyacinth, I need you to roll another athletics check with disadvantage, please.
really.
Oh, you managed to
Really?
successfully, absolutely. So you actually you managed to successfully jump onto the ladder as the flames begin to creep along the floor, getting closer and closer. The smoke begins to rise as it starts to fill the upper loft. I need everybody to give me a Constitution saving throw as you get up there and the smoke begins to fill the upstairs. Natural 20. Absolutely.
I like fire. Fire, my
Yeah.
friend.
I
Absolutely.
didn't do great, but it's okay.
Hyacinth, you suffered 3 hit points of what do we want to call this? We'll just call it fire damage because it's smoke inhalation, basically. You suffered 3 hit points of fire damage as you guys are scrambling to climb your way up the ladder, but the smoke is beginning to fill up this place. Upstairs, you guys can see that this does, in fact, have one of those type of pulley systems where you can open the doors and to sort of give an escape, if you will. It's all the way across the barn, on the back side of the barn, basically the same, right up above where the body was found, right? So if you guys go all the way across there as the smoke begins to fill.
Breath and haul ass.
All right, so
Let's go.
you guys rush over there only to find out there is a padlock on the inside here with a chain holding the wooden doors closed. So there's basically a wooden bar with a padlock on it.
Nilo, you're strong. Hit it off.
Okay, so you.
I'll help.
All right. Okay, go ahead and roll with
I
it.
wanna
Yeah,
point
I don't
out-
know how you're going to help him attack this. I don't know how you're going to help him.
I don't know.
Are you? Give me specifically what are you doing, Nilo? Are you hitting the lock? Are you hitting the wood? What are you hitting?
I'm going to hit the wood that the lock is set into.
Okay.
So I'm trying to weaken the space around the lock so I can break around that spot.
All right, so Nilo gets up there and she starts hacking down on top of where this lock is. I need everybody to give me a Constitution saving throw once again, please.
Cool.
12 for Nilo, 13, 12. Why'd you throw it again? Hyacinth, 7.
Ha!
All right. Nilo.
Stupid smoke.
Nilo, you and Corvus both suffer 2 hit points of fire damage as the flames are beginning to start to consume this part of the, or right below you as all the hay has now caught fire, basically baking you from beneath as all the smoke is coming up through the cracks, beginning to fill as you're all have no idea what's going on. From down the road, from outside, you can hear screams and shouts and a bell ringing as people have been alerted, apparently, that they see the barn is on fire, but how soon they're going to get here, you have no idea. All right, Nilo, if you're going to try to hit it again, I need you to roll again. You hit it, you chunked out a little bit of wood, but not quite yet.
I'm going to swap around to a half sword and smack it with the cross guard instead.
Okay.
Like a hammer. Like a pointed hammer at that.
Okay. Once again, you slam onto it. You manage to get a little bit of a chunk of the wood out. You can see that the doors themselves move outward, right? So even though they're held by this lock, the doors do sort of move outward every time you hit it. But again, you manage to hit it, but it doesn't look like it has much effect. Everybody roll a Constitution saving throw, please. All right, this time, you guys, Corvus, once again, you suffer 2 hit points of fire damage as you begin to be overcome with this smoke as it's starting to seep away your strength. What are we going to do?
Oh, there's not very much else to do. I'm going to smack it again.
Well, you can smack that, but there's other things that you can do, right?
Yeah,
right?
can we?
So, like I said, every time you hit it, you see these doors sort of push outward. right? So instead of hitting on the lock, there's also perhaps to sort
Yeah,
of
let's.
slam your shoulder
Okay.
into the door or something like that to try to
Yeah.
push it open, or you know what I mean. So there's all kinds of things that you can
Yeah.
try to do.
Well, that was my next move, is to see if
All
we
right.
could just shoulder both doors at the same time to see if we could snap this shit.
Monk can give me its. Monk has a particular unarmed, or what is it? You attack with your fists or whatever the case may be. So who's going to attack it? Oh, nice hit, Nilo. Once again, you slam into it. This time, putting your full weight into it as you slam through. You burst through the little bar that sort of holds this. I need you to give me a athletics check, please.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, as Nilo slams into it, it bursts through this. She loses her balance and slams into the doors and starts tumbling out the doors, getting ready to fall about 10 feet below.
I would very much like to try and grab.
I would give me an athletics check to grab her. Since you're a monk, I'll give you advantage on your roll.
I love to hear that.
Absolutely. I'm glad you did. I'm glad you did. All right. Just as Nilo gets ready to go tumbling out the door, you grab her by the back of her collar as she's sort of dangling there. The sword goes flying down into the snow below, and she's sort of looking downward, almost ready to face plant. Again, it's about a 10-foot drop. Don't know how you guys are going to get down, but I need everybody to give me another Constitution saving throw as the flames are getting closer. As now it's not just smoke, but there's fire.
If I'm outside, do I still need to make it?
Yes, everybody, because now it's not just smoke, it's flames as well.
Oh, cool. Love to see it.
All right.
Yeah,
so it's safe to say that
once again, this time, Hyacinth, you suffered 4 hit points of fire damage as the flames are starting to lick you guys. There's only one way to go, and that's down. Don't know how you're going to get down. Now you can jump, and with a successful acrobatics or a successful athletics check jumping down, you would be able to sort of tuck and roll and maybe not suffer any damage. But it's at least a 10-foot drop, so there's definitely the potential of damage there as you're jumping. Or you can take your time, and if anybody brought rope with them, maybe you tie a rope off and climb down, or something to that effect.
So I'm going to brace myself on the ledge there.
Okay.
Right onto the edge, and I'm going to go ahead and Hyacinth, let me go, and I'm going to leap off.
Okay.
And do tuck and roll.
Okay. Go ahead and give me an athletics check, or athletics check as you jump.
Oh fuck.
Oh, that's okay. That's fine. You managed to tuck and roll, but you fortunately you hit a thick patch of snow as you suffer 1 hit points of bludgeoning damage as you fall and roll, and you can see that the night sky is now lit up with this huge burning structure now. As you hear, once again, you hear people shouting and screaming from down the street as they come to try to help put out the fire. All right, Hyacinth, you and Corvus, what are we doing?
I got rope. I'm tying it.
Oh, you're going to tie off a rope and just climb down real quick?
Good plan. Solid plan.
Yeah, I probably could have judged that you guys got woke up in the middle of the night. You probably wouldn't have brought all your gear with you, but you know what? Since we had such a rocky start, and I don't want to make it any worse than it already was, I'll let you do that as you tie your rope off. You quickly tie your rope off, and you shimmy down. I still need a acrobatics check, but with advantage since you're climbing down rope. That's cool. 16 to work. Awesome. All right, so
I would like to use that rope.
Okay, so you climb down. Okay. Awesome.
There you go.
Yeah. Now,
look at that.
Now
Amazing.
you get your 20. All right.
It's just a soft toy.
So Hyacinth, you and Corvus managed to shimmy down, and the automatons Halvard and Amek follow suit as they follow you guys down the rope and out. However, unfortunately, your rope is tied up at the top as you watch the top of your rope begin to ignite in flames as the flames reach the end of the barn.
That's fine.
I can always buy more rope.
As you guys
manage, right?
Just as you guys manage to get out in a way, you see people coming with the bucket brigade as people are bringing water and other things to try to put out the flames, but you realize it's probably a lost cause because the entirety of the barn being old with all the hay inside, being basically dry inside, it went up like a tinderbox. So most of their effort is involved in keeping the flames from spreading to potentially other buildings. You do see one thing that catches your eye is rather interesting. You see a small, you see a gnome family out there, and you see this father gnome trying to hold his daughter gnome, who is actually a very, very tiny, even for a gnome. And she has some weird contraption made of a wagon, and the wagon, think about the old 1800s firefighting things. They had like the pump thing, the handle things that they could pump left, up and down, whatever, and it would sort of, they would use that like the early day fire trucks, whatever. She has something like that. It's a little tiny thing, so you can tell she's probably some kind of an invention that she or her dad or whatever put together. And it's got a little tiny hose on it, and she's got water in a bucket, and she's pumping it, and it's squirting little spurts of water out toward this thing. Does absolutely nothing but freeze as soon as it hits the ground because it's cold outside. But the fact is, it's just kind of funny. You see this little tiny gnome girl out there trying to squirt water on the fire. After a while, it begins to burn down, perhaps 20 minutes, half hour or so, as you watch the structure sort of collapse in on itself. Any remains that are left of Oswald's body are now burnt to ash, although his body and his remains will still be within there.
Didn't even get to loot him. So rude.
Yep.
He might have had money on him. Like.
Yep. As the wind once again begins to pick up and you realize just how chilly it is outside, it's really, really late or really, really early, depending upon how you look at it. It's probably 4 in the morning by this time. As you are sort of standing around, the mayor has arrived at the end of the scene as Sog sort of walks up and, "You all right?"
Not really. No.
I think some.
Do
I think with some rest and some liquids, we'll all be okay.
What happened to Oswald? Figure it out.
Well,
Same thing that happened to everybody, but smaller somehow.
Smaller.
Weird. It's definitely something smaller, but the same thing. It had the slashes, but they were like, I guess, closer together. So like, it's
Bad
clearly
feeling
not
about
as big. It was not fun.
So what now?
I don't know.
We should go back and rest. I think we'll be able to look at this better with a clearer head and a bit of bit of rest after this fiasco.
Less smoke in the lungs.
Yeah.
Yes,
I feel. Yeah. Put a little salve on.
What do you want to do with his body?
Oh, his body is now burned, so.
Still.
So I mean, I don't
What
know.
religion was he? Did anyone know?
Is he the old Kirk Church or?
So you don't know for sure. However, the vast
We could probably
majority,
default.
the vast majority of parenters tend to be old Kirk, or at least one aspect of the church. So more than likely, if he was religious at all, he was probably part of the old Kirk. Yeah.
Send his body. We'll give his body to the old Kirk Church and let them do what they need to with it for proper burial. Question, DM. Can I attempt to roll a wisdom to? Because I know we were all panicking and running through, but we did go up in the upper loft. Can I try to roll wisdom to maybe recall something that might have been up there that I might have seen but just wasn't paying attention to?
Yeah. I mean, we can definitely, as a quick check.
The flat wisdom, or you have a particular skill in mind?
No, it would have been a perception check. So yeah, the only thing you noticed that you were up there was it was a hayloft, right? There was some baled hay, there was some loose hay everywhere. So nothing special or specific that you guys.
All right,
Before
then.
we go back, I just kind of want to check the surrounding area that wasn't like in the fire brigade and see if maybe there's some running off in the direction of Knot Town or anything like that. Anything that doesn't make sense with what I watched happen.
All right, so
Just
go
want to
ahead.
look around.
Yep. So go ahead and give yourself a investigation check.
It's probably not gonna be great, but we'll try.
Ooh,
Good
very
shot.
nice.
Oh, hey.
So, see, where were these rolls when you were trying to roll for your for not dying?
My health doesn't matter,
Your
apparently.
health doesn't
Only
What?
knowledge.
All right.
Who needs HP when you have information?
Yes, this is information. Exactly. So probably you're sort of searching around, right? And of course, by this time, a crowd of people have arrived as everybody's trying to help community-wise keep the fire under wraps. But even though it's burning down, there's still embers burning and blowing. It's extremely cold outside. But with that said, you do find that there are large wolf prints once again. Only this time you see a mix of more than one. How many you're not sure because you're not a tracker, but you do note that there are different size wolf tracks in and around the Christchurch Market area.
I don't like this.
I don't know a lot about animals, but I do know they are very bad at setting fires on their own. It's the lack of thumbs. So I'm just saying.
Right.
Oh, the smaller slash you mentioned is giving me a very bad gut feeling about something I want to be wrong about.
Right.
Yeah, I know. I 100% get it without you saying it out loud. So we're just gonna... Okay, that's cool. I was hoping there was one, you know?
I
Like,
think we should go
but
sleep.
whenever is there one, right? I need to go to bed. I have lost a good amount of HP. I'm not gonna get a lot of it back, but I don't have a lot to begin with, so let's go.
So we're going where?
I mean,
The inn.
Okay.
Sleep.
Okay. All right.
assuming I can't follow these tracks, I am going to go back to...
So go ahead and give me a nature check.
Oh, cool. I can give you a nature check real quick.
So you actually are able to follow. You're actually able to follow these, and you can see that they actually lead this way. Can you see them? I'm not sure. Is anybody looking at the map besides me?
I'm looking at the map.
Yeah, so-
I see it.
So.
They lead that way?
Yeah, they lead that way into the woods.
Falco's here.
I don't even have the HP to fight them if we find them anyway.
Oh,
Been
come
20
on.
minutes.
Grow a pair.
I mean,
Well,
unless
Let's
don't
go.
worry.
It's just a small
Not
wolf,
the
right?
tank will lead.
it's several wolves. Thank you. Several wolves.
Several wolves. Okay.
I you know what? I would not have my crossbow on me. The only thing I would have would be my longsword. Yeah, I do not agree. I think we should not track any farther than the woods.
Okay, I don't want to follow. I didn't want to follow them farther either,
Okay, that's
actually. But it's good to know. Good to know.
Okay.
In the
I'm
open.
not saying it leads in the vague direction of the Church of Virgidane, but I'm going to say that it's definitely not in the direction.
Okay. First,
Falling.
before we go too much further, Falco, Emic, welcome aboard, sir. Glad you could make it. Hope traffic was okay. You made it safely. At least it shows that he's on here. I don't know if he's actually talking or not. So, can you hear us? Hello? Say something, dude. We're gonna have to dial 911. Oh, now he's muted us and everything. He must be
Call
listening. He might be just
911.
listening. He could just
Oh,
be
wait,
listening while he's driving, which is fine. But now he just muted us, so whatever. Okay, so you guys are
Probably getting sick.
you guys heading back to the gorgeous dwarf then?
Yeah, I need a nap.
Yourselves. If you guys want to move yourselves, I'll move the others.
Off I go back to...
Yeah, just for that. Just for that.
Back to the inn. I'm halfway to the inn.
Halfway to the end.
I'm almost to the inn. I'm very zoomed in, and
Oh, gotcha.
I forgot how to
I
unzoom.
gotcha. So
I forgot how to unzoom, so we're just moving me
you should
slowly
just
but
be-
surely.
you
I
should just be able to, I can move you if you want. Oh, you're there.
I was also minorly injured, so I'm probably just...
Yes, you're
I got
limping
it.
around as everybody's sprinting up there. You're just limping along the way. All right, so let's see what do we have. Here?
Yeah, we're just
No,
Z.
Main, we are going to move everybody right here. How's that? Y'all are back in where you want to be. So
Oh, cool.
got yourselves some tables. All right.
Yeah. I have a lot of faith in the orc lady to not let people in who will murder us.
Right. Why is there only 4? Where's number 5?
Oh,
Why did he not move?
Nyla was there, and then Nyla was gone. Oh no, Nyla is there again.
No, I'm there.
I am on top of somebody, so I'm gonna move.
Okay.
I moved me. I don't know about everyone else.
That's bizarre.
Oh, there we go. Nyla was on top of
somebody.
someone else.
Yeah, so I
So
see
both of us are
Nilo.
on top.
No, I don't see. Okay, it doesn't matter. I don't care where you're at. Doesn't matter to me. Whatever. We're good. So,
I think I moved me over here. Not on top of Nyla. There we go. It's fine. We're all around this table.
So, you guys managed to come back to the Gorgeous Dwarf. Again, it's very early. They're not even open for regular business yet. However, Sog does manage to provide you guys with some warm ale, a nice stoked fire.
Cool.
Even it's the fire is typically going all the time, especially in the weather that it is now. Extremely cold and breezy outside. So you guys stamp your feet coming in, brushing off the ash and the smoke and stuff that is sort of stuck to you as well as your lungs. What do we want to do? It's early in the morning. Let's kind of talk about what we know and what we need to do going forward.
I'm gonna get a water.
Okay.
And I'm gonna drink the water.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna go to sleep. Okay. And I'll talk about this in the morning.
It's gonna be
this is in the morning, but it is morning.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about it when like the sun's awake. Also, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah.
You know
There's
what
my
sounds
camping.
good? Some fire roasted whiskey.
Okay.
Like,
she
I mean-
provides you with whiskey, and whether it's fire roasted, I don't know. I've never had fire roasted whiskey because I always thought if you fire a whiskey, it would evaporate, but I don't know. That's just
Well, it gets fire roasted as it goes down.
yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's true.
Truly.
This is true after what you just went through. Good. All right. So, again, she does provide you guys with refreshments and whatnot. If you elect to go to sleep, that's fine. We can just press on from there.
Oh, 2 silver for a drink or copper or something?
No, she's providing this free of charge after your ordeal. She is provided
Oh,
drinks free of charge.
Thank you, Sog.
That is cool. That's real cool of her. Yeah.
Yeah. Just need to find out what's going on.
Yeah. Now I'm really mad about it personally. Like, I was mad about it. Yeah, I was mad about it existentially because murder is bad, and now I'm personally mad about it because somebody tried to murder me. So now I have to do it for sure.
Okay. So I guess I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, for
As
sure.
she sort of strides off to head back to her bed quarters, leaving you guys to yourselves to stay here or to go back to bed.
I'm going back to bed.
Okay. All right. So,
So I will make
can do
sure
what you want.
door and windows are locked.
okay. Okay.
Yeah, I was about to ask if we wanted to do it in like shift kind of deal and then do it, but like I don't even know if we won't get a full 8-hour rest in this anyway, so does it really matter?
Okay.
I mean, if we do, unless we want to sleep till noon, because I'm cool with that, but I don't think that's productive, especially when there's murders afoot.
That's very productive. What are you talking about?
I mean, yeah, for me personally, again, but not for the murdering. That's plenty of time to murder a lot of people.
Yeah. So, you guys go to bed.
You know a lot about how to murder people.
Mm-hmm.
You guys finish what you're doing. You manage to crawl into bed for another few hours of solid sleep. The morning light breaks through the windows. You can still see it's overcast outside. Looks like it may bring a bit of snow today, but the heavy frost on the window tells you all you need to know about what the temperature is like outside as compared to the warm, toasty inside where you find yourselves right now. Down below, you can hear voices. The rabble have grown already, even this early in the morning. The sun's already up, so it's probably around 7-ish, maybe 8 o'clock before you guys finally roll out of bed.
Cool.
Making your way downstairs for breakfast. Again, you see the servers are serving. It's a rather large crowd. A lot of dwarves and it actually seems like a lot of people are upbeat and happy because today is festival day. Today is the 11th day of Fireseek, and today is the holiday. So starting with the Moonrise tonight, the festival officially kicks into gear, although people are still heavily involved with preparations, getting all the tables and stuff set up, and et cetera, et cetera. But you guys find yourselves once again downstairs at your table, and should you so desire, now you would be charged the typical two silver pieces for your meals.
Fun.
But if not, what do we want to do? Again, the place is relatively crowded, as crowded as you've seen it since you've been here. A lot of somber folk, but also mostly the dwarven folk you see are in good spirits because today is Virgidane's holiday.
I'm definitely gonna eat.
Okay.
Can't not eat.
All right.
And then I want to talk to Sog a little bit. Just a second.
Okay. So your orders are taken for those that want it. Go ahead and deduct
Well, she's
Well, again, for a simple meal and drink.
2
yeah,
silver.
2 silver.
Yep, 2 silver. Yep.
Hey, Sog, can I ask you just a real, quick question that I thought of this morning?
Sure. Yeah.
Who told you that there was a dead body in the barn?
Oh, that elf feller that's trying to buy some land said he wants to start a winery field or something. He's looking around here. I guess he was living there because he didn't have the money to pay for a room, so he was staying in the barn. He took off scared as could be. Yeah, I think he went to the church. Not for sure, but I think he went to the Kirk Church.
Okay. Gonna add him to my list of suspicious characters. Okay, we're good.
Yeah, this is
Thank
not
you.
someone that, although, give me an intelligence check, Ison.
Oh, cool. I'm not very intelligent. This will be fun. Watch out.
Are the rest of us allowed to take this check too?
No, just Ison, because she's the one that was asking.
13.
So, you remember, it was interesting because you have seen this elf look kind of like a vagabond, but apparently, from what Sog says, he's trying to buy some land in order to build start building a grape fields and stuff to kind of feed for a winery or something. So you find it interesting that he's wanting to do that, but he looks like a vagabond and he's sleeping in an old abandoned barn. But
Sog, follow-up question, Sog. I need a question. I have one. How long has Mr. Man living in a barn been here?
Maybe a week. Came about a week ago.
Okay.
Maybe 2 weeks. I don't really follow folks like that, you know. He don't come in here much. But yeah, I think maybe a week or 2.
I just was making sure we weren't on a Scooby-Doo situation. Bullshit. Okay, still on the list. Thank you.
Oh, Calcian. Calcian, yeah, that's his name.
That's his name?
Calcian, yep.
Love to hear it.
Yep, as you walk
Thank
away,
you.
Sog remembers. Okay, so what to now? What are some things that we have left to do? So today's the day. What are some other things? I mean,
Let me check my note. Oh, for my short rest, can I have rolled a hit die?
oh sure, you guys can do.
Cool.
Anybody that took damage, if you want to roll a hit die.
I would love to
get
roll a
your
hit
short
die. It's
rest.
the only one.
Yeah, it's the.
What's my hit die? Oh god.
So just remember, you won't be able to have another
I'll be
short rest
fine.
for another 4
I'll be
hours.
fine.
Okay. Okay. It's about 8 o'clock
I
now,
have,
so 12 o'clock
again,
you can
I
have
have,
your short rest.
again, I have 3 HP. I need that.
Gotcha. Okay.
Did I roll the hit die?
You gotta
did,
survive
you
4 hours
did.
without the roll.
What's your?
Oh, cool. I got 6 HP back. That's a lot. I had a really good sleep, guys. Like, super duper. There we go. I'm at, actually, no, I'm at 9. That's like most of my health back.
Nice. Corvus,
Yay.
you got a hit dice. Why does yours say hit die size? That's pretty weird.
Don't know.
Corvus is a.
Strange.
I mean, sorcerers aren't. Don't they think you roll die 8, right?
I think I got a die 6. Maybe? I don't know. Very difficile to remember.
Yeah, that's you guys are rolling your hit dice.
Okay, you have to hit the red text hit dice.
Yeah.
You have to, yeah, not the actual die.
Yeah, if you hit
Okay,
the
I
actual
think we
die,
got
it tells you what your actual. Yeah.
There we go. There we go. Everybody's got this stuff.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you got your 6 back.
Yeah.
And
They did okay.
Corvus got 4. Cool. All right. Anyway, just go ahead and make sure you annotate that.
Alright.
All right. So,
Oh,
what are we doing today, folks?
That is an excellent question.
how many folks are around us right now? So could we openly talk about this, or should we take it to the privacy of our rooms?
Oh, it's totally up to you, but let's consider it to be about 2/3 full of people. So
We
there's
should
probably
take,
around, there's probably around 15 or so. That's probably about right. About 15 people would be in here, which is a standard crowd. A little bit